Is it the budget? I noticed over the years the most expensive part is the stress making the wrong decision. That's not having a solid plan what to do next. And then something should take months, ended up taking something should take weeks, ended up taking months. And the stress of that process, I noticed the most expensive part of the renovation. So I'm gonna talk about it for a little bit and give you a couple of tips how to avoid those and make this a great renovation. At the same time, enjoying a Saturday morning, 6:49 a.m. and trying to bring you guys enough information so you guys can make the best decision for your renovation. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, I hope you guys can hear me. I think you do. So I'm trying to test a new product that I can streamline instead of only one place and multiple spaces. So as much information can reach as many people as possible. So remember, the rising tides rise all the boats. So the whole idea is bringing enough information so all the homeowners can make the right decision. All right, so let's dive in. Let's understand a little bit of this. This is a renovation in progress right now. You see this kitchen right here? This is a final realistic render. This kitchen it has to look like. With the floor selection, the cabinets, the countertop, the finishes, the layout, everything it should look like this. Take a look right here. This is gonna be the kitchen area. Over here is going to be where we're gonna put up some fake beams and redo some lighting. And on the back right here, it's going to be the pantry. It's quite a size renovation. So what I say with that is that with this realistic render, we know what the space is gonna look like. So we know exactly what is the target goal. With this, we know what we're building. So having a solid plan where we're going, it's super important. Then there's no miscommunication. The next part that's super important is the budget. And I'm gonna share with you what the budget should look like. And the budget should be everything that we're gonna put in the kitchen, starting from finishes and the scope of work. Let's dive in on the finishes. For example, here's the faucet, here's the sink, and to make sure there is a full transparency, we put the price and the links of the product online. This is the sink. The online price is $609, obviously without no taxes. Plus, we do mark up at 10%. For example, if something costs you $100, we do charge you $110. We don't upsell the product. We just cover a little bit so we can manage the entire handling of the product, the warranties and all of those things, so you don't have to do nothing about it. Alright, so right here, if you go, you can change the color you can really see any color that you think is gonna fit better. See white right here, and also you can probably better picture what it may look like with the finishes, with different color finishes. So the whole idea is so you make the best decision for your home. At the same time, with all of those, everything is right here. The hood, the lights, everything is right on the budget. And then down here, even though it is the refrigerator, and this one right here, it is a Sub-Zero. Yep, here's a $12,000 fridge. Something below, here's a wine rack, and the link is right here. So what that piece looks like, and what is it, all the specifications, everything into the website. So the whole idea, basically, make sure everything is connected to actually the product, so you can really understand the specification of the product. Any question you have, everything is right on the budget. Now below is all the appliances, basically everything. Now let's just go into the installation part a little bit. Let's go back a bit. Here's the cabinets also. let's go back where should I start build the budget. It is where the permit starts. So let me just go all the way up here where everything is start taking shape. Permits and application to the city process. And here is the investment required. So we know this is what we're hoping to build. Obviously there's a pantry on that side, the scope is a little bigger than that. And this is what we need to build the space. Here's the permits. This is the investment for the permits, what the permits should look like. Next one is to prep the area. The family is going to be living in this space. How are we going to protect the space? Like what's going to look like to make the family living in there, and we can move nicely around without disturbing as much to the family. So all of those things really comes down to have a solid plan and solid budget for that. Now here's a couple of tips we can use for that. Obviously plastic is one really good. Then put a zippers on it, and then put an iron movers, creating a negative pressure inside the house, so the dust goes actually outside instead of inside the house. So things like that. But everything is right in the budget. And also the other cool thing is putting the right expectations, what we're expecting behind the walls, to make sure there's no surprises. To really know what the bench should look like, what actually it's gonna look like. So the homeowner really have understanding of what actually we are doing with work. Same thing with the plumbing, same thing with the electric. Now there's one cool thing I'll share with you in a minute. You know what? Let me bring it to the actual project. So here is a video of me working on the job site
all the way up there,
and spend a
so
little
then
bit more about.
eventually hit on the beam.
So that
And the beam is gonna go across from here.
So that's my team, and that's what I'm explaining. So right above this cabinet is gonna be a beam from corner to corner, and that beam is gonna able to push the kitchen a little backwards to make sure that all the cabinet stays there. And as you see from this point, you don't see the cabinet sticking out. Cabinet's gonna end up flush with this wall. We can put a bigger island. All of those things were part of the design into the decision making process. So those things make huge impact. Now let me see if I can go farther. I think I showed my team. Yeah, right there. So that I'm showing my team exactly what's gonna look like.
A la próxima 2x4. Entonces, también,
so right there I'm explaining to my team what actually it's gonna look like. So now having this 360 render, everybody's on the same page. There is no miscommunication when they get to understand. Alright, now we know what we're building. So super important. Solid plan, solid budget, so you don't feel at the end that you spend so much. At the end it was a super stressful renovation, took months. You don't want to do any more renovation. So now one tip right here is I'm going to share with you communication. For example, this is the project. We use our CRM for that purpose, but at the same time this is how we used to do back then when we don't have no CRM. WhatsApp, everything goes through WhatsApp. You just create a group. My team sends a picture at the end of the day saying this is the process, this is what we have done today, this is where we at. So right here, and this is the demo part. Come on, I don't want to speak on the microphone. And here it is on the demolition part. This is what it looks like the first day. I'm gonna close that. Now the day number 2, same thing. This is what the day number 2 it looked like. This microphone thing right here, it does not allow me to just put this one right up here. Okay, this is the day number 2. You see right here, this is how they create the living space from the demolition space. Alright, now let's go to day number 3. Oh, wait a second, the number 2. So number 1, number 2, number 3. That was yesterday. Alright, let me just put a little bit of music. Alright, so using tools like this is super important and make the renovation so much easier. Now what happened with my window? Alright, so right here. Alright, so I'm sorry I was all over the place. So let's quickly recap. The most expensive part of renovation is not the budget. It's the stress not having a solid plan. It's the stress making the wrong decision. It's the stress of not knowing how much things gonna cost. At the end, it's spending twice what you're expecting to spend. So solid plan, it's very important. It's the most important part. Having a solid budget, solid design, and making the entire selections right in the beginning. If you will be doing renovations, and I'm gonna share with you quickly with this, I'm gonna let you go. We did a renovation about 2 years ago. Before we were able to build the process and the systems, things like that. I have a problem. I always say yes. So I have this customer saying, Freddie, I don't know which vanity to install in this kitchen. Can we do the vanity? I'm sorry, in this bathroom. Can we do the vanity to the last part of the project? I said, sure. That's the only thing I know, so it was a great idea. So when the tile was done, we were ready to install the vanity. He was not sure which vanity would fit the best, and I understand that. We ordered one vanity. He came. He was reading with expectations. He was not happy with it. We had to install the old vanity as a temporary, and the vanity went back, and they ordered the other one. Same thing. Anyway, to make it the long story short, that renovation took months. Not because it was not finished, just the last little pieces we couldn't install them. So because of those experience, we had to change our system to make sure, hey, we want to renovate a bathroom. We love to make sure it just fits the way it is. So let's just go one more step. Let's design it. Let's do all the selections. From there, let's make sure it's gonna fit your need. It's gonna look the way it looks. Because at this point, we can change the cabinet colors. We can change the layout before nothing being ordered. Once ordered, we can do any changes. Plus, I'll make sure that whatever you pick right here, it fits your needs and it's just the way you want it. So things like that. That way, that we don't have to wait for products. When we start it, we just get it done. You will love it, having a brand new bathroom just the way you expected, and will not be stressful to you. So, thank you so much. Hope this is helpful. Now, if you know anybody that's looking for doing some renovation and they don't really know where to start, they need some guidance. Share this live or share this video. We have so much content online that can really answer some of the questions you have. But if you're really more at detail attended version of the service, you just go to our website, fill up the form, or call our company, and then we have to sit down and just go over the entire process with you and make sure that you have all the information. Alright, you guys take care, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for the support. Hasta la vista.